All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome back here with Julia for episode 2, Julia's Journey. We're going to be talking a little bit about this past couple weeks. So when we last talked, it was after the second week of class, and now you've been in class for 4 weeks, right? So week 3 and 4. I think so.
Oh, geez. Time's flying.
8 classes, so that should be 4 weeks. So how's class going so far? What are you thinking now that you're a couple more weeks in?
It's good. It's still intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, good.
Okay.
I think I forget I'm supposed to be doing things outside of the classroom. But
yeah. It's kind of taking over your life a little bit, you feel like?
Taking over? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah. Like is the schoolwork kind of becoming your main focus, or what do you mean
I think
by
it
that?
needs to be
Mm-hmm.
because I just go home and kind of blank, but I also was trying to find a job. So I was pretty preoccupied. But
Yeah.
I think after the little jump scare on Monday that we had a test today, I was like, oh, I need to lock in a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember how to be in a class environment.
Yeah.
So
How'd the test go?
how was it? Good.
Good?
Surprisingly.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really study, but I almost aced it,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
I just do the knowledge assessments, I guess. That's all I've been doing. I didn't read the textbook. Quizlet. I did Quizlet a lot. And so yesterday I was just studying, and then all the questions on there, I was like, oh, I've seen all these before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just zoomed through it
Mm-hmm.
because usually people are like, well, take your time on a test. But I'm like, so I got nervous because I finished the test in under 20 minutes.
Yeah.
100 questions in 18 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
94 out of 100.
There you go. So you did something right.
I
Something's
guess.
working.
I guess. So
Cool. That's
probably
good.
still want to lock in, though. I think I got lucky.
Yeah, and I think, we were talking about this a little bit before, but I think the first one is a little more just knowledge-based and not application-based. And going forward, when you get into, like the way our course is broken down, there's a foundation section first. And so you took the foundations benchmark, which is kind of like a section test. And then there will be the trauma section and then the medical section. And those are going to have a lot more scenario-based, where it's not, do you know what a repeater is? It's going to be like, here's the situation you're given. How do you handle it? So maybe a little bit step up coming for you. But obviously what you're doing to date is working pretty well. So that's cool. That's good to hear.
I'm excited about the trauma section because I don't know what to really expect for it other than trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to learn about how to handle it. I feel like the military kind of prepared me for the verbiage. Like you were saying, how it's just scenarios, and if you're testing for rank, there's a section that's like just about how you would handle like scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's trained me to really keep an eye out on the wording of things. Is it similar to that? Like like in the trauma? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing, is being able to, I always say it's like, if you remember like high school algebra, when you're learning algebra.
Oh, I suck at math.
Well, it's not that it's math. It's just like going through a question in algebra, you need to figure out like, what is this question actually asking me, right? It's a big like block of text, like a word problem, but there's 3 key things within that you're looking for. It's kind of similar to that. So I don't know if that's what the military questioning was like, but you really need to be thorough in how you read the questions, because if you just read quickly, you might get the wrong impression of what they're looking for. So and it's just kind of a learned skill. We see that a lot of students, that the trauma kind of slaps them in the face a little bit. Not because they didn't prepare well. They just weren't understanding what the questions were
It's all
getting
trick
at.
questions I've learned.
Yeah.
All trick questions.
Yeah. I don't know the trick questions. I mean, maybe it feels like that.
It feels like it. I know that's not their intent, though.
Yeah. And we talked about this, I think, a couple of days ago, that the purpose of the class is typically to get you ready for National Registry. And a lot of that is teaching you how to take the National Registry exam. And so you're finding out the National Registry likes to word their questions a very particular way that feels very trick question-y, for sure.
It does.
Yeah, you'll find, especially the scenarios, there's going to be 4 answers. One is like blatantly wrong, and then there's going to be 3 that are pretty similar, and it's really finding out like, what the differences are and which one's correct in there. That can be the tricky part of it for sure. So yeah, I wouldn't say trick questions, but it feels like it. It definitely feels like it
because I feel like you actually have to know, which is a good thing in this field, but it's still a learning curve because you can't just like bullcrap your way through it.
Yeah.
So
I will say one of the big things to prepare for is order of operations. That's a lot of what trips people up, right? So you're going to learn kind of the basic order of like a medical assessment and trauma assessment. And if you can remember that when you're testing, it will really help you out because that's what people get wrong a lot of the time. It'll be 2 of the answers will have the same information, just in a different order. And so you need to find which one has the correct order of what to do. You know, you put the tourniquet on before you manage the airway or, you know, whatever it is. And the other one might have that flipped. And you need to find like, okay, what am I supposed to do based off of my, you know, my sheet to my, my order of operations is really important for those scenario questions.
That's also very similar to, I think that's another thing that might translate because I'm used to things being in a very specific order of operation. Just obviously learning probably like a trauma-related incident instead of just like what to do when whatever I didn't work, you know.
But still, it sounds like it will help you to kind of fit your brain in that box a little bit.
That's why I think it's been, especially this portion, I know it was like an easier one, but it just seemed very familiar and like, I hope it stays that consistent because then I think it's helping me feel a little more confident going through the course.
Which is good. Confidence is key.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Got to fake it till you make it sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. For trauma stuff, you have a military background. Are you nervous at all about like videos, pictures, that kind of stuff of traumatic injuries or, you know, having a military background? Are you like, oh, I'm not too worried. I've seen that stuff before. I know I can handle it.
I've seen pictures of like people blown up or smashed by like containers. But I never got to see like, thankfully I've never seen that in person, but so I don't know how I'm going to be. I'm usually squeamish, but I kind of want to work through that because I don't like it. So we're going to see.
I mean, it's a fair thing to think about if you're getting into this
because it's inevitable. You're going to see stuff. So.
Yeah. I mean, you'll probably see a higher percentage in EMT class of pictures and stuff than you would in real life because major traumas are just not very common. But yeah, I've definitely seen students who, I specifically remember having a student who went to his clinical shift and he came in the next day to class and he's like, hey, this class has been great. I've really enjoyed everything. I had to sit in the trauma bay. I can't do this job. I can't do this. And that was his last day of class was to come in and tell me. So, you know, for people watching this, maybe if you're thinking about getting into it, remember you're going to have to kind of see those things and deal with those things. And most people that do this, it's just something we can manage, but it is definitely something to think about as you're getting close to the trauma section because the book has some gnarly pictures for sure.
I've seen, I think, a glimpse of a couple and I was like, ugh. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. I just feel like if you just don't think about it too much, you know? It's probably not healthy, but that's why there's therapy.
I just think about it like it's a problem to solve, right? Like in that moment, it's a problem I need to solve and that is the problem and I need to solve it. And, you know, you got to take the humanity out of it, unfortunately, a little bit in that moment.
Yeah.
So, so speaking of kind of trauma stuff, you've started some of the skills, right? What skills have you been learning so far? Because a couple of them are trauma related, right?
The tourniquet and, I mean, is splinting considered, I think. And then we went over I think, airway obstruction, where we were just like playing with the oxygen tank and then I don't remember the names of things.
That's okay.
I'll learn it. The little thing that you put in the
OPA.
Thank you. I knew it was an O something. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah.
That scenario was really fun. Tourniqueting and splinting, I've done that before because, military. And it was really cool hearing Kylie talk about how she brought up TCCC, which is what we learn. And I didn't know that all of the, was it standards or the way you guys do things is because of the military trauma of people?
Yeah, a lot of like the protocols on the trauma side stem from military research and military protocols kind of coming down to what we learn, because the military just sees a lot more than we do on the civilian side. So, and they have doctors that are there and really good budgets to run studies and buy equipment and all that stuff.
Yeah. So it was really cool hearing her bring that up, because I was like, I know that. I've done that. Because when she was like, oh, I'm sure you've seen it. It was the C, what is that tourniquet?
The CAT.
That thing.
CAT combat application tourniquet. It's so CAT tourniquet's like saying ATM machine, which kind of drives my brain nuts. But the CAT tourniquet, yeah.
So that was like that, and splinting was like really familiar with me. The splinting was new because we never got taught with the foam like splint things. We were just like, here, have 3 pieces of wood and a rag.
More like wilderness medicine style stuff.
So it was nice to be like, oh, this seems a lot more effective, and like going over the Israeli band. Is that what it is?
Israeli bandage?
I really like that one.
Yeah, those are cool.
That one, as someone who gets shoulder injuries often, I felt very cozy in it.
Yeah.
Felt like a hug.
Yeah, those are really, I've used those very effectively for collarbone fractures. I had a guy that crashed his mountain bike and was fine without pain meds because it was so secure with that really tight. I've stopped like arterial bleeding with one of those as a pressure bandage. They're cool pieces of equipment. They're cool. Yeah. So you've learned some skills. Have you tested any skills off yet, or just learned them? Like, have you had the proctor come in and have to do the skill sheets in front of proctors yet?
Oh, CPR.
Okay.
We did CPR and AED on both adult and infant, because we didn't have the pediatric dummy. I struggle with CPR timing. I've always struggled with the timing.
Like getting it not too fast or too slow or whatever?
Because they're like, okay, do to the beat of a song, but also count. And I struggle really hard.
So you're not a drummer, is what you're saying?
No, I'm not. I want to be, though. But I think Wade was like, think of Imperial March. And I kept trying, but I was like, you can't, because you have to repeat it because the pace changes. So then that was tripping me up. So the dummy, unfortunately, got probably not saved. I passed, but then I started singing another song in my head because I noticed I was being able to do that and count. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say it's copyright. I don't know if that's I'm not singing it.
I think we would be fine. We're not a big enough deal for all
I
that.
think Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay.
I think it's. I've been told it was, and it seemed to work.
I mean, anything around 110 beats per minute is going to be perfect. So, Baby Shark, if you have kids, Baby Shark's another really good one.
That's just going to get stuck in my head.
Well, as long as it works.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
How'd you feel going into a testing scenario? Was there some anxiety there? Did you feel pretty confident about it?
I think so. Because I did a practice test for the airway one with, I don't remember his name, but the man who was there, and that one and CPR, I felt pretty. It felt very, at least the CPR one, I felt fine because I've been practicing that for like years. Granted, I'm still struggling, but I felt okay because I knew where I lacked in, so I was able to like focus. But I think I'm used to those types of testing environments because every year in the Air Force you get a PE, which is a personal evaluation, and you just have someone who's like, you can't have like 2 misses or 1 miss, and if you do any more, you lose like your crew chief level, essentially, which is like what you need to be able to like run jobs, right? And so I think that set like a pretty high bar of like you can't mess up. So I'm kind of used to that pressure of like no mistakes. Obviously, if it was a real person, it's very different than a dummy. So I'm sure the stress would really come up, but at least I think it's because I'm feeling confident in like knowing what I'm doing, or like at least learning it. So I don't really, which is weird. I'm usually a huge anxiety person.
I was going to say, but I feel like that's been kind of our talks is you're nervous about stuff. What do you think? It's kind of
weird. I've been locking in, I guess.
Do you think there's anything you're doing in particular that's helping you to feel that confidence?
Learning to shut my brain off. Overthinking is my downfall. So in a field like this where you really can't have that. Might not learn how to shut it off now. So when it really comes down to it, I'll be like, oh, I've done this.
And just lock in. Nice.
I'm learning to trust myself more.
That's good. Yeah, that's a huge thing, especially when you're new in this field of like, just, you need to understand, like you've been through the training, you're ready for it, and it's hard for years. It's hard to really feel that confidence, but you need to pretend, because there's 10 people in the room watching you. You need to at least pretend it,
Yeah, I think I'm finding it again, because I definitely did have a bit of that, I think, at least, like while I was in. And I think getting out, it's just like, was gone to me. And so I think now I'm trying to find it, but in a better way, a stronger way, I think, which is good, because this, I think, requires that a lot more than what I was dealing with. Yeah.
Imposter syndrome in EMS is real, for sure. So finding that self-confidence can be hard, but once it's there, hopefully it's there and you feel good about it.
Yeah.
So going forward, we were talking about the trauma section, right? Have you kind of looked into what that entails, or is there anything specific that you've seen? Like, oh, I'm really excited to learn about, like, orthopedic injuries and broken bones, or any expectations, or you just kind of just sailing along?
Worried about the broken bone things. I cannot. I think what I hate the most is seeing it happen. I think if it's the aftermath, I'm a little more, okay, this is horrifying, but okay. Because, like, I get, like, the phantom feelings of things. Like, just the thought of, like, that's not supposed to bend that way. Or bones protruding from the skin really gets me. That freaks me out. So I'm not looking forward to that. But obviously, I'm going to have to get through it. But otherwise, I have no idea. I'm just assuming gnarly stuff.
You're just a leaf floating down the river.
Trying to, because I'm not usually that person, but I'm trying to adopt it and see how it goes.
Okay.
And I think it's going okay.
Okay. And so kind of what you've been doing, you said, haven't really been in the textbook, but you've been doing a lot of like the online resources, it sounds like, and the knowledge assessments. Yes. We have knowledge assessments in our course, which are the kind of the chapter quizzes. And you found like that's been really helpful. Anything else you've been, like any like the online lectures or like note taking a class, anything else you've been doing that you feel like has been really good for you?
I note take because I think, the writing helps, but I don't think it's like sticking. So I'll take notes just so I can write it, because maybe something will stick. But honestly, going home and just doing some knowledge assignments, and then like I went back to watch, like, because I noticed the heart still confuses me. Like I get it, but there's like the little things that still confuse me. So I just would go back and watch those videos. So if I know I'm struggling in something, I'll just go back and like do the assignment. Because I'll do the knowledge assessment, see where I'm at.
Okay.
And then if I'm like really struggling, then I'm like, okay, we're going to sit. And like, because usually it's things that Kylie's gone over in class. And so I'm like, I'll see where I'm at just from the lecturing. And then if I'm like really not doing good on that, I'll just go do the assignments and then Quizlet. I just look up. I mean, that's what I did in the military a lot. Like you just Quizlet everything. And I just look up like, the like terminology stuff or whatever on Quizlet and just like do the matches. It helps me a lot.
Okay. Yeah. And, science-wise, test questions are one of the best things you can do to help really cement your knowledge and build your knowledge of, testing yourself and finding out where you're deficient and where you're strong. And I always say, right, like you have a finite amount of time to study, like really lean into where you're weak and build those weaknesses into strengths. And that's really going to help you throughout the course.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other thoughts you've had over the last couple of weeks about the course? Anything you want to share with people maybe watching? No?
Nothing that's coming to me, but it's also really early in the morning.
That's fair. And you had a benchmark this morning that was probably occupying your brain a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Any questions you have about what's coming up that maybe I could answer for you?
I don't know, because I feel like the ones I do have are really just the answer is just dependent on the person. Because I just like, I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. I would just, in my mind, if you have questions, people that are interested in the course might have questions too. So figured we could get it out there. But if you don't, cool. Sounds like you're sailing along just fine. You know, you're getting all the testing done and all of that. And so sounds like it's going great.
I'll make sure to, if I do have questions, I'll make sure to write them down.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I've just been going about this in a way I'm not used to, of just full sending it and just hoping for the best.
Yeah, well, what you're doing sounds like it's working. 94 is really good on the benchmark, so it's working just fine.
I'm a person who believes, like, as long as I'm passing. That doesn't matter. And so I was like, oh, that was actually a good score. I was just like, what, 80 to pass is what it is? And I was like, I'd be content with 80 because passing's passing.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to be confident in, like, the answers, but this was a lot more like the foundational stuff. So, like, but yeah, I'm excited.
Cool.
Yeah, nervous but excited. Same feeling.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that will change throughout the course, probably. Well, cool. Yeah, I appreciate you hanging out and talking. And we'll do it again in a couple weeks here.
Yeah.
To catch up on how those next couple weeks went. It looks like the next 4 weeks is going to just be the trauma section. So.
I'm sure I'll have a lot to say on that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'd love it. I know historically students love trauma because it's visual and really easy to understand. So it's a really fun section to get out of the, like, learning about medical direction and the boring stuff to, like, this is what I'm here for.
That's, I think, what I'm excited for, because I feel like a lot of things you have to learn the boring so you can get into the...
Yeah, exactly.
But it also wasn't even that boring, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
the
especially...
military really set the bar for that.
That's fair.
Really set the bar.
Yeah, if you're learning about the human body and that kind of stuff, like, if that's interesting to you, it's a pretty, even that first section's pretty fun.
Being out of school for so long, it's nice to refresh and, like, learn more. Because, like, obviously, you know, basics, but these basics are, like, were more complex to me. Because I was like, I didn't know all these things.
Yeah, it's a little less surface level.
So I liked it. So I'm really excited to see what trauma has.
Cool. Right on. Well, I'm excited to talk to you here in a couple weeks about it. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you're learning some good stuff here with Julia about her experience and, you know, how to be successful. Because so far you've been really successful. So
I guess I have. I don't know how. I'm just doing it.
Just take it. You know, just take it and keep going with it.
That's what I'm trying to do. Just take it. I'm like, okay, run.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah. If you have any questions for Julia you'd like us to ask next time, just leave them in the comments, like, subscribe, all that normal stuff. And we will see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Thanks.